welcome back to my channel. I posted this picture right here on Instagram. If you guys want to learn how I got this look, this hair look, starting off with the tools that you guys are gonna need. This is stuff that I guarantee almost all of you guys have. The first thing being a brush. This is very important. I honestly haven't even brushed my hair yet, so you guys will see the before and after of that. But this is the wet brush. I got this from Ulta. Like, I'm not showing you the other side because my hair's on it. It's like nasty and gross, and I'm obsessed with this. This is supposed to be like watermelon infused or something. I have no idea, and I honestly don't even know like what that would do for my hair, even if I did know what that meant, but I just got it because it's cute. Super cute. And the thing I love about it the most is that the bristles are very soft and they move to effectively detangle your hair without breaking it. You guys know I am dealing with some breakage right now, so anything I can do that's gonna help my breakage and not make it worse, girl, we're going with that. So love this brush. The next thing you guys are gonna need are some Velcro rollers of various sizes. I will leave these linked down below so you guys can get them. They are just, I don't even know like what the diameter radius of these Velcro rollers are. I just know that they're my fave. Actually, I don't even know if they're my fave because these are the only ones that I've ever gotten. I got them from Amazon. I don't know if you guys can see, but they definitely do rip out your hair. So you have to be very gentle with your hair. When I was using these a lot with my Revlon blow dry brush, I did a lot of damage with these. So please be careful when you use these. I actually, after this video tonight, after I'm done filming, I'm gonna look at some different options rather than Velcro rollers because these are kind of intense. So of course, to secure your rollers in your hair, you're gonna need some sort of clips. I think these are just called like claw clips. I have metal ones, which are very secure, or you have dense, like hard to hold curl. I would recommend getting these metal claw clips just because they have a very strong closure. Like they're gonna keep it intact with your hair. Does that make sense, girl? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that makes sense. I also do have these plastic ones just because I do not have enough of these. And of course, this is on right now, so I have to be really careful and mindful and not touch it. This is the Babyliss or Babyliss, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Babyliss Pro 1 3/4 inch curling iron. It's huge. I don't know if you guys can see, it's enormous. I got it because I wanted it to give me more blowout vibes rather than like an actual curl. I bought this, I'm gonna put it down now. It's getting a little hot. I bought that because my girlfriend Emily is a hairstylist and I asked her what her favorite brand of heat tools is and she said that one. So I went to Ulta and I got that one and I love it. It heats up really fast. It goes up to 430 degrees Fahrenheit, but I keep mine at about 380, 390. I never go to the full extent. I used to, but it's just absolutely unnecessary. Like there's no reason, especially for like my hair type. I have a lot of hair, but each strand of hair is pretty fine. So there's no reason that I need to be on such a high setting. And 3 products that I recommend using is a heat protectant, a medium hold hairspray, and a hair oil. So first things first, very important, you guys need a heat protectant in your hair. I love this, it's an aerosol can, smells like sugar, and makes your hair smell delectable. Like anytime you walk anywhere, if you have this in your hair and somebody gets a whiff of it, they're gonna be obsessed. Favorite like brushable hairspray, this is by Redken. It's like 12 medium hold. This one, this smells amazing. This smells like cologne slash perfume. When I was working at Sir, I used to use this all the time. So it actually reminds me of that whenever I spray it. It does not leave your hair crispy or weird or any sort of residue. I'm obsessed with this. And then my favorite hair oil is the K18. It's a little more expensive, but it's a very concentrated hair oil. So use the tiniest amount, like the tiniest amount, and you are good to go. I already brushed through my hair. Now we are gonna put it up. So I do 3 sections. So first we're gonna focus on the bottom half, and I just like roll the top in a little clip like this. This one actually is from Michaela's collaboration with Glow Recipe, if you guys remember that. Clip that up top. These alligator clips are like a cheat code. It's not even a cheat code, girl, like everybody knows about them, but these alligator clips are so good. Like you can use them on the sides of your hair to pull your hair back when you're doing your makeup. You can use it for buns like this when you don't want to use a hair tie or a scrunchie. Whenever obviously you're doing your hair in sections, these are like a must. I used to be obsessed with like the little butterfly clips, but girl, these huge alligator clips, game changers. I'm gonna grab my heat protectant. That way the product is gonna go on evenly. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. If you guys go to Ulta or Sephora and if they have testers, you can spray it, please spray it so you guys can know what like the sensation that I'm feeling right now, it's like magical. Okay, so I could probably get like 3 sections out of this. Curling iron is already on. I'm gonna open up the clamp. I like to run it over the hair one time just to get it kind of warmed up. And I'll start midway and start curling up. And I will slowly release the clamp, like in tiny little movements. Like if you guys can see my thumb, it's like ding ding. And I'll roll up. This way, heat's gonna be really even now around the curling iron, whereas if you were to just start at the end and roll all the way up, it's not gonna be even because hair is gonna be overlapping. Does that make sense? I'll hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds, release the curl. This is what it looks like. So you might be thinking like, girl, that's not gonna hold. And I agree, I know what you guys mean, but this is where the Velcro rollers come in place. So what I like to do, my hair's very hot right now, so I have to do this fast. I take my little roller, slide it all the way down the bottom because you guys can see there's there's like Velcro texture. So that's gonna help smooth out the hair. With a decent amount of tension, you're gonna roll it up all the way to your head. You're gonna take one of our clips that I was talking about earlier and secure it to your head. It is so worth it to let it cool down in the rollers. I feel like you might think it's unnecessary. I used to think it was unnecessary too. I'm like, ain't no way. Girl, like there's no way that it actually makes that much of a difference. But trust me, something about like letting them cool in the rollers is what helps it last longer. Sometimes I will just curl my hair with this curling iron and I won't use the rollers just because I don't have enough time. Do not last. Like I can't even tell you that they last like an hour because they literally will just fall out and my hair will be straight because my hair is naturally straight. So it's gonna try to go back in its normal form. But when you use the curlers, and a little bit of hairspray like you guys are gonna see at the end, I swear to you, like they're indestructible and they will last to the next day. Especially if you guys do this when your hair is freshly washed. So this is, it's like second day, like 2.5 day hair, I would say. So I do have like a little bit of oils building up. Now on the first day, oh my gosh, this is when it comes out the most beautiful because your hair is super clean and it kind of just holds on to everything better than it does when your hair is a little bit dirty. Oh, and always too, like when you're doing your hair, so like this is the last section of my bottom half, I always put my hand behind my head and make sure I don't have extra hair back here because you don't know how many times when I first started doing this in the beginning that I had hair in the back and I didn't even realize, which is like so annoying. Take it and curl it up. And I'm so bad with like the sizing of these curlers because I will literally grab like the most random ones and just put them in my hair. Ones from this pack that I'm gonna link down below are these huge purple ones, which are the biggest size, as well as the second biggest size, which are the hot pink ones. I usually run out of the hot pink ones, so I do have to move on to the smaller, lighter pink ones, but just so you guys know. Okay, so since I do 3 sections, this next part is pretty crucial, I would say. So what I do is like I take my pinky nail, or if you guys don't, I'm sure you guys have long nails, but if you don't, you can just take like the end of a rat tail comb, draw a line against your scalp, and then let that first, we're gonna do this layer next, okay? This part is when you look really crazy. Okay, taking some more heat protectant. You guys feel free to spray the heat protectant all at once, like in the beginning, and then so that way you can kind of work in sections and not worry about like, oh, did I spray heat protectant on this section? I like to do it like this just because I feel like I get more control of the section and I know that I'm actually getting each piece of hair. While this is setting on the curling iron, I will grab my roller for the next, so that way when I release it, it's ready. You can definitely just roll it on top of itself. Like you can roll the hair on top of itself and clip it with the little claw clips. It's gonna give you very similar results. Like the whole idea behind it is that letting it curl in that like curled form is what helps the curls last longer. So yes, it's going to give you very, very similar results, but if you can get these, okay, this next section is a little thick, so I'm actually gonna cut it in half, but I'm gonna do it in half horizontally. Roll this up, and I'm running out of bigger rollers, so we're gonna use the smaller pink ones. And since these are smaller sections, it's gonna kind of work in its favor anyways. And I'm always rolling up. The direction is up. And I curl away, curling away from the face. Now we're taking our little roller, turn, roll, curl, release, roll up. You're basically just gonna keep releasing and rolling up until the ends are no longer showing. Okay, girl, now we're gonna grab a roller. And this is what I like to do. I don't know, okay, you guys can see kind of like the end of the hair. I take the roller and I let it kind of curl around itself. It kind of does all the work for you. Now we can secure that. So you guys see how we're going this way now? We're gonna use 2 smaller rollers for the front like this. Start in the middle, curl out, release. Grab a little clip and secure it in. All right, girl, now we're looking like Dr. Seuss, George Washington. Now that this is all done, thank God, because honestly, when you guys are putting rollers in your hair and using hot tools, you're putting rollers in your hair, you're moving your arms, you're rolling up, you know, you're doing all this stuff, it gets really hot and exhausting. And this is one of those times where, God, I love being a girl. Like, I just love everything about being a girl, but sometimes I'm just like, can it be over with? Like, not like that. That sounds dramatic, girl. But I mean, like, can I just like, can my hair just look good? All this work, you're gonna take out all these rollers and it's gonna look like a flawless blowout. And I feel like to a man, they'd be like, wow, like, that's her natural hair. It looks so natural and gorgeous. And to us, it's like, do you know? Do you know? Now we're gonna take a little bit of our hairspray. Again, you do not want to use a super high hold hairspray for this part, because if you do, it's gonna make it harder to release from the curlers. So take with that what you will, okay? You don't wanna use like a got to be. It's not the vibe right now. We're gonna use a nice light medium hold hairspray. Ultimately, the longer you can leave the rollers in, the better. Right now, I'm just doing this for like demonstration purposes and I'm not really going out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm doing absolutely nothing. It is, what time is it? Girl, it's 7:53 on a Saturday night and I'm not doing anything. To be honest, girls, like if you can do your hair first and then do your makeup with the rollers in, that's the best case scenario, because we'll probably take what, like hour and a half-ish, like roughly to do our makeup. That's a good amount of time for this to set down. Now, if you can't wait that long, I already took one out because I was like trying to film a TikTok. I was like trying to create my own transition, which is so hard. I'm creative, but it's hard for me to come up with ideas. I like to be inspired by other creative people and do my own take on it rather than just like coming up with something completely out of the blue. It's pretty rare that I can do that. But if you guys are like that, don't let that take away from your creativity, because you guys are still creative people. Sometimes I let that get me down because I'm like, dude, I'm not like original. Okay, take these out and just roll them down. Try to be as gentle as possible. And curl it around your hair like that. The bigger the roller, the more volume you're gonna get. The smaller the roller, like these ones right here, you're gonna get more of a curl. So you guys can do with that information what you will. I always like to leave the top section for last. Yeah, I don't know. I always just leave it for last. And just another tip too, whenever you're taking these rollers out, I feel like it's a good idea to have, so I always keep my rollers in this little bag right here. I have this directly in front of me. And for my little claw clips, I always keep this in front of me as well, so that each roller I'm taking out, I'm putting in the bag and I'm putting the clip in the cup. It's so easy for this process to get extremely messy, and I'm a very clean and organized person, and I just love to have everything kind of like where it's supposed to be. So that's just like a little tip for you guys. So we are gonna start by always taking out the clip first, put it in the little Okay, besties, and my absolute secret weapon to go from what you just saw to this is the IGK No Limit Dry Volume and Thickening Spray. This stuff is amazing. I don't even know what the hell they put in this, but it smells, first of all, the scent on it, it's completely different. The heat protectant, it does not smell like sugary at all. This smells sexy. This just smells straight up sexy and seductive. Like, you know, you see how my hair like looks a little messy? Like, what it looks like is what it smells like. If you guys have the chance to smell this, please smell this as well. It's completely different, but good Lord, it just smells so good. Like, imagine you going out to eat like a super sexy dark restaurant with your man. Think about what you look like. Now think about what your hair smells like, and it smells like this. I promise you, like, oh my God. It says spray onto dry styled length, scrunching and building to desired thickness. So you can spray it at the bottoms, you could spray it in the middle, whatever you want to, just give you like more of kind of like a sexy look. Like, it looks a little ruffled, but I don't know. I like it. It's a vibe. This side, girl, amazing.